Master linked words. Ever wonder why native speakers speak fast effortlessly? This is because they link their words. Just because you're having a hard time understanding fast English does not necessarily mean that you have poor listening skills. There's always room for improvement, and as long as you're always pushing forward in your journey to learning English, you're always in the right track. So don't get discouraged, don't get overwhelmed. Master linked words. Ever wonder why native speakers speak fast effortlessly? This is because they link their words. Once you master the linked word, it'll be so much easier to grab what is being said and quickly get a grasp of the conversation. If a native speaker were to say something like, "What is up with you?" or "What is wrong with you?" they'd link some words and say, "What's up with you?" or "What's wrong with you?" The words they're linking is what and is. What. Instead of what is up with you, it's what's up with you, which sounds faster, right? Another example is, what are you trying to do tonight? Instead they'll say, what you're trying to do tonight. What are you watching? Trying to is linked to trying. If you really want to understand first English, then you have to master the linked words. Listen to more native English conversations. You can do this by listening or watching an interview on TV. By doing this, you'll be able to follow up the conversation and it'll train you to understand first English. You'll be able to kind of like relate the question asked based on the answer by the person being interviewed. You can also listen to podcasts. So the podcast that I highly recommend you to listen to is Candice Owens' podcast. She talks about literally everything going on the globe and she speaks really fast English. That would be a really good podcast to start with. You can also engage in conversations with native speakers in real life, because sometimes it sounds kind of different. If you've ever engaged in a conversation with a native speaker in real life, then you tell me that it's very different. Don't depend on slow English. A lot of English study guides give audiobooks that are slow or very well articulated, which is very much different from the way it is in real life. So if you want to understand the way natives really speak, then you have to listen to spoken English. A good example is watching reality TV shows, where the conversation going on is not scripted and is more natural. I actually also watch reality TV shows to help me understand fast English, and I've been watching Selling the Aussie for a minute. Apart from linking words, natives also squish words or reduce words so they can be easily articulated. These are called contractions. In order to understand first English, you also have to be aware of the contractions. For instance, instead of saying, "Don't you want to get a coffee later?" they'll say, "Don't you want to get a coffee later?" Don't you is squished to don't ya. Want to is squished to wanna. Get a is squished to get a. Don't you want to get a coffee later? Which sounds faster than don't you want to get a coffee later. Watch movies that you've already watched in your native language and you pretty much understand the storyline, you understand the characters, you understand their roles in the movies. Try watching it in English. So if you watch, let's say, Fast and Furious in your native language, you can try watching it in English and follow up the storyline in English. That can also help you understand fast English because you already know this storyline. It's really much easier to relate. Those are pretty much some of the tips that can help you understand first English. I'm gonna play a video and let's see if you can notice the linked and the contracted words. If you're an English learner who is interested to improving your English skills, then I highly recommend that you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And with that being said, let's catch up in my next video. Bye. Hey man, what time is it? It's around 9 a.m. Why'd you ask? Do I want to grab some coffee? Not really. I'm trying to study for my English test. Oh, how's it going? It's going pretty good. Well, I gotta go get me a cup of coffee. Alright, meet you later. Bye.